Paragon just simply has a reputation for being the best in the business. And so we did our own little investigative research and found indeed it to be true. There really was no other option for us.
Paragon's reputation, from what we looked at and read about, was like, this is like the top-notch group of people to work with when you're talking about this kind of renovation and building new facilities and stuff like that. We realized that a lot of times in our own small budgets, we can't afford the Cadillac, but we would like to. And we were able to work with Paragon in a way that, hey, this is what we want to do, this is how we can get there. And Paragon was able to say, yeah, we could get there with whatever it is you're wanting to do. Here's what we can do and how we can help you.
The reputation, I think, is solid, it's growing, and the worship pastors I know, if they haven't worked with Paragon yet, they wish they could, or they hope they can do basically what we've done here at Concord.
Well, I think two things came to mind when we hired Paragon. Number one, previous experience was big for us, but also just looking at what they were doing was pretty incredible. And so we saw the work they were doing. It was just kind of a no-brainer to say, hey, these are the guys we need to go with.
Was tracking Paragon 360 for many years, wondering if there would be a day where I'd be able to partner with Paragon to renovate a church. It's kind of a dream of mine, because Paragon had the expertise in the field to do this kind of renovation of this caliber.
The reason we went with Paragon was because of their experience. We did some research after we discovered Paragon, and we saw where they'd been, who they'd assisted, and that's what we knew we needed. And we needed someone that had done it multiple times. When we saw the experience that they had, it was really kind of a no-brainer for us. I had the privilege of serving as a president of a large church pastors roundtable here in our nation, and I was sitting in a meeting with them. Somebody said, well, who are you guys using to help you with this? And I said, we're using Paragon 360. And when I did, 3 guys in the room, and it's a round table of about 50 of us, pastors from large churches all over America, and about 3 of those guys said, we've used them. And it was fantastic. And I thought, wow, that's a great confirmation, of what we're doing and what we want to do.
If you were going to ask me to sum up Paragon's reputation among churches in one word, I think I would say trust. I think their projects across the board over time, there's just a trust factor. You know what you're going to get, you know the people and the character and the integrity of the organization that you're going to work with.
When I would post pictures of different pieces of progress along the way, pastors from other churches who would contact me and say, oh wow, you're using Paragon. Paragon has a great reputation in the industry. They're just a great team to work with.
If there's one thing I can say about them, it's this: you can trust them. You can trust Paragon 360. That would be the greatest thing I could say about them. And I would trust them to do another project immediately in the future.
Paragon knows what they're doing. They've done this many, many times. Not only do they have creative ideas, but they know how to implement those creative ideas very efficiently, very cost effectively.
And I know no matter what happens, they're going to take care of us. I don't know anybody in all of my network of folks who do this sort of work who has had a negative experience with Paragon. Everybody gets treated well with Paragon.
I don't know of any group out there that had the capacity, the skill set, the experience, and the pedigree that Paragon 360 did for churches. And so I'd say if you're where we were, by all means, you got to check Paragon 360 out.